Hello, Vancouver. It's May the 1st, 2014. I am Steve Ferguson, and from Burnaby, or as Facebook calls it, near New Westminster, this is Terminal City News. Recent changes to TransLink's budget has allowed the Mayor's Council to address compensation of those on the Mayor's Council. Wait. What? Okay. Council Chairman Richard Walton, Mayor of the North Vancouver District, defended the process by saying that, get this, it's no different than other such councils in other jurisdictions. Except that's not really a justification, Richie. Please explain to me what other line of work gives the employees free range to determine their own pay. Ultimately, the joke is on them, however, as the payout isn't in money, but in fare savers. Last Sunday, a water main burst on the South Creek Landing construction site on Cambie Street in Vancouver. The end result was immense flooding on 2nd Avenue under the Cambie Bridge on a lovely sunny evening. Further to that, the flooding was on the Sun Runs route. Luckily, event organizers were on the scene to set up a snorkeling station, and to add to the realism, sharks were donated from the Vancouver Aquarium. Speaking of which, is the Georgia Strait still going after the Vancouver Aquarium? Yes, they are. So the Richmond RCMP has officially given up on pursuing drivers with foreign licenses. If you recall, the issue was that there was no way for the RCMP to determine the validity of licenses obtained overseas. After all, could they be fake? What sort of tests are taken in those countries to get the licenses? Well, that doesn't mean squat to ICBC, who told the RCMP, it's cool, bro, as long as they get a valid BC license sometime within 6 months of being here driving around. Although I don't know how on earth they're supposed to double check that they're getting the license within 6 months, but all right. Given that Richmond is the upstanding example of driving standards in the Lower Mainland, it's difficult to see why the RCMP are so uptight about this. The BC Liberals announced plans to retool the education system in the hopes of attracting students into the trades. In fact, they are retooling it from kindergarten all the way through up until post-secondary. Indeed, Education Minister Peter Fassbender specifically said they were hoping to get students interested in becoming welders, pipe fitters, and heavy equipment operators, all vocations known for supporting the environment and green alternatives. I'm just joking. They're all really good for supporting pipelines and the LNG industry. This comes right on the heels of Fassbender's response to the BCTF job action, where he promised retaliation. I mean, dear God, this is the man who is technically representing education to the government, and he's using phrasing that one usually employs against terrorists. At any rate, now that humpback whales are allegedly no longer endangered, there should be no further hassles in getting this province into one lean, mean factory. And now I know what you're saying. Steve, why are you so hard on the Liberals? They're finally focusing on education. I hear you, but hear me out. And this goes to you too, Adrian Dix. The government has been stonewalling education for over a decade by denying funding and closing programs willy-nilly. Now they want to focus on it, but gear it towards the industries they support. When all those students hit voting age, they'll want to vote for the party that will promise to keep their industries alive. After all, the vast majority of them probably won't have attended too much post-secondary, since you can basically go into apprenticeship right out of high school. If the Liberals truly cared about education, they would fund it and retool it to focus on many industries and on the arts. They would have programs focusing on the environment. This is all just too obviously for their end benefit. And I guess I should mention that at this rate, they're not going to have any teachers to teach this new program. And that's all for this week, Vancouver. I'm going to invite you now to head on over to iTunes and subscribe to a podcast I'm co-hosting with Doug Ferguson, also of NSHG Films, called Music A to Z. This is a shameless plug. If you can, please pop by to our website as well, musicA2Zpodcast.com. I'll include a link somewhere over here. Here's my link. Yes. We love feedback, so feel free to bug us at any time with requests, and we'll see you all next week.